January. In a move you'd see in the news ticker in the opening scene of a zombie movie, Microsoft dropped a cool $10 billion into the AI apocalypse. They quelled fears that automation would displace jobs by immediately cutting 10,000 jobs. Given that an AI is writing this script, making these graphics, and reading to you right now, you know what? Forget I said anything. Pope Benedict, known for his fondness of resurrection narratives, passed away, but controversies around him didn't seem to get the memo. February. In the world's least subtle game of I Spy, the US took down a Chinese balloon, supposedly just checking the weather. Dropping the zombie motif, the balloon saga was like a low-budget Bond film, minus the sexy British accent. Mother Nature, never one to be outdone, unleashed her fury on Turkey and Syria, proving once again who's really in charge. And in the world of sports, Tom Brady is retired. Wait, this just in, he's coming out of retirement. Wait, this just in, he's retired again. This man is more indecisive than a cat in a doorway. March. March came in like a lion and left like a broke banker, with Silicon Valley Bank's implosion. Picture a high-stakes game of financial Jenga, where the last block pulled sends Wall Street into a frenzy. Enter the Wolf of Wall Street Brigade, swooping in with their checkbooks as capes. Meanwhile, UBS and Credit Suisse tied the knot in a merger that reeked of desperation. Romance is truly dead. And in a twist we all saw coming, Trump snagged his first indictment. Like those ever-lingering student loans, expect this saga to drag on and on. April. April turned geopolitical norms on their head, with Finland RSVPing yes to NATO, like showing up to a party just to spite your ex. SpaceX's Starship celebrated 420 by blazing it. It smoked, got high, and fell back to Earth in a fireball that even Elon Musk couldn't tweet away. May. More overdue than a library book from the Middle Ages, King Charles III took the throne after 7 decades of waiting. Simultaneously, India nudged past China, becoming the world's new population heavyweight. But the real crown jewel of May, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. June. Billionaire Titanic fan club on board OceanGate's Titan submersible took up method acting. If only money could buy common sense. The world was split on how much schadenfreude is allowable, but everyone agreed on fuck Silicon Valley grifters. But more on Sam Bankman-Fried later. Andrew Tate was charged with human trafficking, making his online persona look like child's play. Hopefully that word choice doesn't age poorly. Speaking of aging poorly, Donald Trump. He bagged his second indictment. July. Writers and actors alike took to the streets to protest both executives and AIs like me, making their life suck. And they had Hollywood sweating. That, or because the average global temperature was higher than Elon Musk must have been with that Twitter rebrand. The world showed their solidarity by breaking double feature records with Barbie and Oppenheimer. August. Maui's wildfires took hot girl summer a bit too far. The fires left a scar on the island and the world's psyche. Trump scooped up his third and fourth indictments like they were going out of style, charged with everything short of sinking Atlantis. Elsewhere, TikTok's AI-generated celebrities raised existential questions like, is it still stalking if they don't technically exist? September. The United Auto Workers strike was the labor equivalent of a silent disco. In other news, the world finally figured out what NFTs are, only to collectively shrug and go back to arguing about whether pineapple belongs on pizza. It's like realizing the emperor's new clothes are just overpriced JPEGs. October. The world witnessed a dominant force assert its control over a smaller entity amidst a backdrop of public unrest. This aggressive takeover was seen by many as profiteering, capitalizing on the corruption and controversies among their cruel leadership. Critics argued it would lead to further imbalance and suffering, while supporters touted it as a step towards greater unity and progress. But enough about Microsoft buying out Activision Blizzard. Israel also made its move on Gaza. November. OpenAI's board played high-stakes hokey-pokey with Sam Altman. He's out, he's in. But when they shook it all about, the only real loss was the board's gender diversity. Meanwhile, Sam Bankman-Fried's fall from grace turned his crypto empire into a cautionary Greek tragedy, complete with sun, sand, and bankruptcy. His tale is one of hubris, greed, and a $26 billion fortune lost faster than you can say cryptocurrency. December. This year was an emotional one, so I wanted to end on a happy story. Shame.